Basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Some terrific work by Barnes. 12-point, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Scola, Parker out there at prime time. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mutombo in at the 5. Here's Parker. Tries again. Scola passes to Parker. In low to Mutombo. Good D by Sanders.
Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, last season's Coach of the Year, one of only 3 coaches to win that award 3 times. He's also a 5-time NBA champion as a head coach and really has been the model for consistency, excellence as a head coach, as a leader of his team in San Antonio. They've won 50 games, 15 consecutive years now, and clearly players are a big part of that. But his leadership and his ability to relate to his team and to get them to be a team is something that will send him right to the Hall of Fame when he's eligible.
The drive by Green. Another shot. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is kept down now to just 9 in the basket from Sanders.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning Coach of the Year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
So both teams changing it up here. Warriors trail by 12. And Popovich, the longest tenured NBA coach by far. 18 seasons, and Steve All with this San Antonio organization.
Well, he's actually the longest tenured coach in any of the 4 major American sports. And what an incredible run he's had with the Spurs, leading them to a winning record in 17 consecutive seasons. Longest such streak in NBA history.
It's Curry with the drive. And it's Drummond missing.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
On the wing, Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
Well, he's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Well, Andre Drummond, kind of a late bloomer when it came to basketball, really. Was pretty uncoordinated as a kid. He'd struggle to make layups early on. It wasn't until around the age of 14 that he really started to show some promise.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Baines is checked in, and it's Green in for Harrison Barnes.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
The Spurs making a switch here. Kufis is checked in. They double-team Curry. Iguodala kicks to Drummond. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You know, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
Here's McGrady, and the Spurs scoring again.
And for Drummond, a different upbringing than a lot of blue chippers. His mother's focus was squarely on academics and his character. not on a future in the NBA. In fact, one time he was supposed to attend a basketball camp hosted by LeBron James, but his mother held him out because he'd forgotten to do his laundry.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
And you look at Drummond, Clark, do you think his upbringing kept him grounded?
I do, Kevin. I mean, we're all products of how we've been raised. In some ways, I think it threw off talent evaluators because he lacked that obvious, overt ego and confidence, but that belied a hunger to be good, and we're seeing that work pay off.
A shot by McGrady, no good.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Leaps for it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Lee's checked in for prime time. Curry dishes to Green. Rejected by Kufis. And the pass to Baines. Green. Soft touch off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 17.
Kevin, too easy. I mean, the defenders were sort of looking at each other like, whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
Curry passes to Green. 0-1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. The three-pointer off the mark. Fires top of the key. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go. They double-team Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pass to Thompson. Back to Iguodala. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This is his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw missing. San Antonio making a switch here. And he can't hit the second. That's a 2 from Lee. And it's San Antonio with another.